I have this new routine. It's so dumb.
I can't wait.
I come downstairs at 8 o'clock when my kids go upstairs to bed, and I just like chill out. Sometimes I'll start like a game of college football, and then I go upstairs at 8:30 to put them to bed. And the second I come back downstairs, off go the shorts so I can sit down here in my grundies, man.
Waiting for me to jump on. Welcome in, everybody, to the Craft Beer Republic. Thanks for drinking. Thanks for joining. I am Greg, and I'm being joined by the Peter Parker to my Green Goblin, and that's Flex. What's up, big fella?
Hey, more like P turned Parker. You know, I don't know. I tried my best to become Peter Parker, and it did not work.
Still hasn't like developed or whatever yet.
No, maybe it takes 3 days. I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll talk about that in just a second. Follow us on the socials.
Everybody will find out in a couple seconds.
That's right. At Craft Beer Republic, at FlexMeBeer _ in between 805-538-BEER if you got a voicemail for us. Anything like that. Lots to get to. First of all, we're going to discuss why he's all Peter Parkered out and other things. I have a great icing story.
Can't wait to hear
everybody. Yes. We got some responses from our poop beer discussion a couple weeks ago.
Gross, but looking forward to it.
And some booze news, of course. But I think before anybody drinks or does anything, we need to talk to Flex about why he's not drinking tonight.
Yeah.
You need to get a special pass to not drink on this show, you know.
Yeah, the tongue jobber is not in use today.
On the shelf.
So here's a little fun, quick story. And by quick, I mean, I'm going to take a really long time to tell. I like telling stories.
Strap in, everybody.
So Saturday morning happened. First of all, Friday night, I went to bed healthy as a horse. Right? I think that's how they say it. My wife was out doing some shopping at this thing she does every fall. And I had the kids to myself, so I put them to bed, fell asleep in the bed by myself. It was really nice and quaint and, you know, got to sprawl out. You appreciate the sprawl out.
Oh, so much. Middle of the bed.
I'm abruptly woken up at exactly 3:40 a.m. Like something hit me like a ton of bricks. And I had this extreme excruciating pain in my right pinky. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Thinking maybe I rolled over in my sleep. Maybe I flailed around and I accidentally, punched my bedside table. Hit it at the right ankle. Maybe I broke my pinky in the middle of the night. Freak things happen all the time.
Right. Sleeping, spousal abuse.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
So I sat there to lay in bed, trying to go back to sleep for about 10 more minutes. And the pain was so excruciating that I just got up, went downstairs, went to the bathroom, set up shop on the couch. And again, just tried to get back to sleep because I didn't have to get up for work for like another 2 fucking hours. Give daddy that sleep. Well, it continued to hurt so bad that I just said, fuck it. And I turned the light on and I got my glasses on and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm just examining my pinky here, touching it, trying to figure out if it's structurally sound. Maybe I got bit by something. As I saw, there was like 2 pronounced bumps. They looked like camel humps on the outside of my right pinky knuckle. And I'm thinking, okay, like people get bit in their sleep all the time by spiders. And, you even eat like 9 spiders a year on average or something.
Yeah,
there's like some weird statistic like that. And I'm thinking, okay, no big deal. Maybe it was just like a bad spider bite. So I iced it. I was looking up all this stuff. But then I started going down this rabbit hole of different spiders and venomous spiders that live in Wisconsin that could bite you. And I kind of started freaking out a little bit. So much that I actually got like 10 minutes of sleep. But before all that too, I was texting my wife, even though I knew she was sleeping, telling her like that I was freaking out and something happened to my pinky and said I either punched something or got bit. And like I was, daddy was freaking out. So I actually ended up eventually falling asleep for about 10 minutes. My wife actually came downstairs and woke me up because it was about time I had to go to work. So I get up and she's like, oh, let me see it. And she took her flashlight to it. And she said you could see like a little hole, like a little incision mark.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, well, something definitely bit you. And at this time, my pinky is like, it's like swollen as if you jammed your finger. You've been jamming your finger playing football, getting it hit the wrong way.
Basketball all the time.
Right. So I get dressed, get on my way to work. And I arrived to work and I'm showing all the guys like, hey, look at my finger. I think I got, bit by a spider. And
I'm so cool.
And all the guys are looking at it and they're like, oh yeah, that's pretty wild. Who knew like a spider bite could do that? So then I continue talking about it in the back hallway as I'm getting dressed. And my father-in-law comes out of the office and he's like, oh yeah, this has happened to me before. He said, you just put some peroxide on it. And he said, you just put a Band-Aid on it. You'll be okay. He said, you really only got to worry once you start getting the red lines up your arm. So I rolled up my work shirt and sure enough, I had red lines from the bite going all the way up the inside of my arm to my elbow. So I started freaking the fuck out. We're talking like almost passed out. My heart rate got so high. I called a nurse friend because I was so concerned, talking to him on speakerphone while sending him all these pictures of my pinky and my arm, and had this decision whether or not to go to the ER or urgent care. We opted for the urgent care. The doctor who came in looked at my finger, wouldn't even touch it, was like so grossed out by it herself as if she had
Bad when the doctor's grossed out.
Right, as if she had never seen this before. And she eventually comes in, and comes back in from leaving after looking at it, and I was freaking out, and she diagnosed me with a bacterial infection.
Right.
So she said she could even see the bite marks. She asked me if I had a cat. I didn't tell you this off air.
Oh, no,
the doctor
shit.
asked me if I had a cat because one of the incision marks was so big and pronounced that she thought maybe like a cat tooth pierced my finger. Yeah. So apparently what happened, everybody, is that spiders are covered in bacteria. They're just disgusting creatures.
Like more than other bugs are, or?
I think so, because this is common from spiders, ticks, and mosquitoes.
Okay.
And it's what they call lymphangitis, and it's a bacterial infection that attacks your lymphatic system. Yeah, my finger essentially swelled up twice the size of my other pinky. I have this, I would say, 1.5 inch long by 1 inch in diameter of a blister on my pinky.
Yeah, it's giant.
Yeah. My lymph nodes were all swollen in my chest and my shoulder. Yeah. Like it hurt to move my arm, my chest. It was really fucked up.
Jesus.
Yeah. So now I'm on, I got 40 antibiotics to take in 10 days. So 4 pills a day. So daddy ain't fucking around with shit.
That's a lot of antibiotics.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The daddy ain't drinking.
The doctor said, I'm going to give you a lot.
I am going to rape your system with antibiotics.
She said, you'll probably be good for after 7 days. She said, but I'm going to give you 10.
Let's not risk it.
Yeah. But again, the scary part from her doing this was she treated me for a bacterial infection, which she wasn't actually positive it was a bacterial infection because it still could have been viral, I guess.
Oh,
they
sure.
carry viruses too.
Yeah.
So I was still terrified that what she gave me still wasn't going to help, So then the rest of the day, I asked her too. I said, what changes should I go to the ER? And she said, if you can't bend your pinky at all, that's like means there's no blood flowing to it or something like that. So that would have been an emergency. Or if that red line I had on my arm went up to my armpit. So the red line eventually went up to my armpit by the time I went to bed. So I was freaking out that maybe I shouldn't go to sleep because I didn't know if I was going to wake up. And, because that would have been like the sign of infection that was continuing. And all in all, I took the day antibiotics. I woke up the next day, significant decrease in pain. Red line went back down. And worst of all, no superpowers.
That's bullshit.
It's terrible.
All that pain and
what good are spiders for? That's what I want to know.
Maybe the antibiotics are killing your superpowers.
Don't tell me that.
Sorry.
I'm going to stop taking them now.
Sounds all anti-medicinal. I'm not at all. Very much you should take your antibiotics.
Yeah. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe becoming Spider-Man isn't a real thing.
Damn.
Kind of bummed me out. I know it bummed you out.
I'm still holding out hope for you.
Yeah. Maybe, like I said, maybe that third day, getting bit after,
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't happen as fast as it happens in the movies.
Well, they do have to speed things up. Otherwise, it gets real boring. You're just watching Peter Parker sit around and freak out like, am I going to die tonight?
Damn it. We need an off Spider-Man movie now.
Right.
Of just from the time he got bit to the time he realizes he got powers. And
it's like the Spider-Man origin story where it's just like him sitting around for a week and a half, not feeling quite right.
Just getting heaping amounts of anxiety.
Right. Texting his aunt and uncle, like, I think I should go to the doctor. What do you think? I'm kind of freaking out over here.
Should I go to the ER or the urgent care?
My finger's really big. I am starting to feel a little funny, but it's been 7 days.
It's been 7 days. Maybe 2 more days. I'll give it 2 more days.
Right. But not a moment longer. 2 weeks later, hey, what's this coming out of my hand?
I think there's a lot of money in a movie like that.
Right. Just the slowest hero movie ever.
Oh yeah. And you just have like the worst dry humor all throughout. Just cringy dry humor.
Yeah, just Mary Jane poking fun of his swollen ass finger.
Like people putting like kick me signs on him on his back because of his finger. Like
the bully's like squeezing his finger as he walks by and shit. Blisters are popping. It's gross.
And because Peter Parker cries all the time. Well, Tobey Maguire did. He cries all the time.
Yeah.
So I'm just picturing him just crying every time they hit his pinky.
Yeah.
Wincing like a little bitch.
I feel like we've got a solid foundation for a movie here.
I'm telling you, it's there, man. There's an idea here.
I think we got it.
Right. So yes, that is everybody why I'm not drinking tonight. Tongue jobber's off duty for 10 days.
Yeah.
So give me 2 weeks and we'll be back to further doing.
I was like, how is he going to say adieu in this one?
Oh yeah.
Adooing?
That's how we do it.
No, that's how we do it.
That's how we do it. Damn it.
Nailed it.
That's why I keep you around.
Yeah. Somebody's got to. In your honor, I'm going to drink a beer. I am drinking in honor of Flex's lack of drinking. You'd think if I was going to do something in honor of somebody not drinking, I'd do something super high ABV, but that would have made sense. It's Sierra Nevada's annual Oktoberfest release. It's fucking Oktoberfest season.
Yeah, it's been for like a month, actually.
Yeah, so it's about time I jump on board. It's a collaboration every year. This year is with Storterbecker. And then underneath this is Brausposition. I'm sure I nailed that. It's 6%, 32 IBUs. They say our authentic Oktoberfest is a collaboration with Storterbecker, an award-winning German brewery internationally recognized for quality and innovation. The modern fest beer leans into a rich, smooth malt backbone with notes of fresh baked bread and honey. Traditional German hops provide balance, bitterness, and herbal, spicy aroma around the crisp, clean finish. Prost! On Untapped, it's got a 388 out of 7,500 ratings. Let's dig in.
A 388?
Not bad for a not hazy IPA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Holy shit.
On the nose buds, it's really picking up that sweet kind of honey note. Very Märzen-esque. I think technically this is a fest beer, which is basically a Märzen.
Is that it's a less potent Märzen?
Yeah, it's a little clearer, a little lighter in color. I'm going to stick in the old tongue jabber here. Yeah, light, crisp, some sweetness. The 6% is well hidden. It's a good party beer.
Nice. I'm jealous. It looks great. It looks wonderful. I wish everybody could see it. Go out and buy yourself some. It looks very, very crisp.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to have these beers that are available sort of nationwide to talk about, because there's something like everybody can go out and enjoy. And, get yourself one of these Oktoberfest, get yourself some Neck Nosh pretzels, and have a fucking blast.
Hell yeah. Because nothing goes better with a fest beer and Oktoberfest than some pretzels.
You're goddamn right.
Just, it's the truth.
The Lord's way. Be with God. I don't know what's happening. Shout out to our top listening city of last week. And that was
a God podcast.
Not in the slightest. And that was Seattle, Washington. Bless you, Seattle, Washington.
Damn it, dude.
Somebody was recently asking me about Seattle. I've been a couple of times. Like, what should I do in Seattle? And to all the Seattle Ians listening, maybe you can answer this. I was like, you know what? First of all, it's been like a decade at least since I've been there. But I really, really enjoyed my time in Seattle. But I can't point to like one or two specific things that I did where I was like, this is what you gotta fucking do.
I feel like you gotta go to the market.
Yeah, you go to the market.
Right. That's like
obviously hit some breweries.
They got the Starbucks needle thing, right? Is that the Starbucks up there?
Oh, yeah, you can go to the original Starbucks. I walked by it. I didn't wait in line because that's silly.
Oh, there's a line.
Oh, huge out the door.
Gross.
Line. At least now, this is pre-app order. I don't know if they've figured out how to make that go away by now, but yeah, I was going to wait in line for Starbucks. You go to the gum wall alley thing. People like to take pictures there.
Oh, that's a thing there? I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. They got like the gum wall and some back alley, and it's gross.
Chewed up gum and everybody stuck it on there?
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
Yeah, what a weird display of art.
Yeah, exactly. I ended up at a burlesque show, which was weird and awesome. So the first time I went, I had some friends that lived there for a brief period, and we stumbled into this burlesque show where it was like astronaut themed burlesque. Okay. It was the weirdest, most Seattle shit ever.
Okay.
And it was fun, but the person who was asking me, I was like, I would not send this person to a burlesque show that probably doesn't exist anymore. Because that was like 15 years ago.
I wasn't sure if the weird part was that you had a boner with your friends in public, but the awesome part was that you had a boner.
That's never weird.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm always fine having boners with friends.
Cool. Just
never a problem.
You never know. I got to throw it out there.
No, I get it. No, it's a valid concern, but all good in my tent.
All right, right on. All good on the boner front.
Yeah, exactly. So Seattle, good times. All right, I have to tell the story of the icing that was witnessed over the weekend.
Oh, and you did the icing?
No, I was
the icing.
Only a witness, and let me just tell you, we're not worthy. So good. All right. So over the weekend, it was the wife and I's wedding anniversary, and it was also a lake trip. So we're up in Paso doing some wakeboarding. And one of the nights we went out to a fancy dinner for the old anniversary. Surprised her with the fancy dinner. It's this little French place. It was fantastic. Food was great. Service was great. Cannot recommend it enough. It's called Le Petit. It's French. Canal. Canailles. It means the Little Rascals. Anyways, we're there, we're eating.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
That's amazing. Just watched that this last weekend.
How funny. And I'm watching from where we're sitting. I can watch the kitchen. I'm really enjoying watching the kitchen. We love people watching in general. And at one point, the head chef, the chef de cuisine, steps out, and his girlfriend had just sat down at the bar, or who we found out later was his girlfriend. Walks up to her, they exchange pleasantries. He goes back, changes out of his chef outfit, comes back in his civilian clothes, and they start having dinner. And turns out it was his birthday. And so they're doing like the full tasting menu. We didn't do the full tasting menu. We just picked out some things. They're doing the full tasting menu, and they're, here's your first course with this wine and your next course with this wine. And because it's the chef and everybody's friends, like they did fuck with him a couple times, like here's this, and it was a Coors Light in a glass, like, oh, here's your next pairing. It was kind of funny. At one point, the sous chef comes out with the sommelier. Sommelier is standing behind the chef. The sous chef is facing him, and he presents this bowl, and it looks like snow or something in the bowl. And he says, and for your next course, we've prepared this fantastic plate of bold shaved ice that, if you allow me, I'm going to tableside pour on this fantastic sauce we've made of melted frozen water. like making fun of chefy things, you know?
Right.
So he starts pouring the water onto the ice, and we're watching and it starts to click in at this point what he's going to do. And he sets it down, and the sommelier from behind him goes, and then for your final bit of ice. And he reaches out, and he's got a bottle of ice.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And fucking nails him with it. So then because he's the sommelier, after he's grabbed the bottle, the sommelier takes it back, pours it into a very nice wine glass for him. And at this point, he's about to drink it. And let me tell you how rocked up I got right now. My wife goes, "Oh, I think you're supposed to take a knee before you chug this. Aren't those the rules?" Sommelier starts cracking up, looks at her and goes, "Don't you worry." He never backs down from a challenge. And sure as shit, chef gets out of his chair, gets down on one knee, and pounds this ice from a wine glass.
Oh, that is amazing.
It was so good. I was like, what a fantastic way. And so we're talking to our waitress a little bit about it. We're laughing, and she was really cool. And she goes, "Yeah, this is the 7th one this year." And from across the table, the chef goes, "Yeah, and 4 of them have been me, and that's more than enough, guys."
Wow.
So
That
apparently
is amazing.
Apparently it's a big thing. They're icing the shit out of each other there, and I'm here for it.
That's awesome. You had to been rocked up on so many levels.
Oh, the amount of inability to stand up that night I had to be wheeled out of that place. I was so rocked. Just poking eyes out.
Nothing to see here, people. Just a guy in public with a boner.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Just
Sir, why
missing
are
my
you so
friends.
hard?
That's all I'm missing right now. Just my friends.
It was great. I feel like my story doesn't do it justice. Like, they did such a good job of presenting it and surprising it with it.
Painted a wonderful picture. My jaw was on the ground.
I hope everyone was on the edge of their seats.
What I thought you were going to say when he started pouring the water onto the ice, I thought the ice was going to start like melting with the water, and
that
then
the
ice would float up from underneath and then to the surface.
Wasn't that big of a bowl, but that would have been really good.
Okay.
That would have been really good. We did talk to sommelier a little bit afterwards, and he gave us a couple of ideas that I will not share on the show because we are keeping that shit close to the vest because they were great ideas.
Oh, man.
Because Shannon goes like, I bet you guys are getting pretty creative back there in that kitchen. And he goes, "Oh, yeah." And then proceeded to tell us a couple of ideas. And I was like, oh, hanging on to that one for sure.
Oh.
That's an off-air conversation because I don't want my friends to know about it.
I'm looking forward to finishing the show as soon as we can.
Good night, everybody.
Oh.
So, good times. Good dinner, too. Great food. Go check it out if you're in there.
And I'm sure you wind it up being in Paso.
Oh.
You're classy?
Yeah. I mean, we ordered a bottle with dinner. We did plenty of tastings. One of our memberships, they were doing like this partnership with another wineries that we got to go do some free tastings at. Yeah. We wine dined and 79. It was a weekend full of wine and wakeboarding. I wonder how much better I'd be at wakeboarding if I wasn't hungover every morning.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah. I don't, honestly, when I do that, I don't really get hungover. We drink just the right amount.
Okay.
The couple times I have been hungover, definitely like jumping in that cold water to fix that right up for you.
I was going to say that probably rights the ship pretty quickly.
Yeah. You're kind of forced to snap out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but good times. Before we get on to some poop beer responses, I think the last time we left Flex, he was heading to his first Packer game.
Yeah. Oh boy.
How did that go?
It was one of the greatest days of my life.
Nice.
I mean, from start to finish, it was Lambeau Field is no joke. The crowd, the energy, just everything was no joke. I had a lot to drink, right? We got to this party house. So I was kind of feeling myself during the game and just having a good time. And I'm a realistic sports fan. Let me just put this out here.
Okay.
I love the Brewers. I love the Packers. You know, Bucks, Badgers. I'm a big homer. I love all my home teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also a realist, and I can criticize my own team.
Oh, same.
You know, because these guys don't just walk on water.
Yeah. In fact, I feel like I can criticize my team better than just about anybody else can.
Right. And I'm not just like saying that, like, oh, if they are trash, I'm just going to call them out as being trash.
Sure.
Well, we kind of had this douche guy, and I'm going to paint a picture of him, right? He's probably about mid-40s.
Okay.
He had this beard that was like well-groomed short.
Mm.
And he had, those taxi cab ska hats.
Mm-hmm.
He was wearing one of those.
Okay.
With a long sleeve white button-up shirt with the cuffs folded back. And then his Packer colored like plaid flare pants.
Wow. Wow.
With like maybe like some Italian shoes.
He's like Packers Dropkick Murphy.
Yes.
Combo.
Like this guy loved ska in the mid to late 90s and he just never left it.
Mm-hmm.
He was nice. He was fine. But the Packers had run this play. It was like this little reverse with their rookie wide receiver, and he ran for like 8 yards and got a first down, and it was wonderful. But he ran and stood up right into the defender that was tackling him, right? Just stood straight up.
Whoops.
Just leaving everything open, right? Midsection. Just, it's a safety thing. So it happened, and they got the first down, and everybody cheered. And I said, oh, man. I said, he's got to lower his shoulder or something. You can't just leave yourself open like that. It's just not good. And the guy actually turned around and he said something to me. He was just like, hey, man, he just got ran for 8 yards. Be happy about that. And then he turned back around.
All right, Grandpa.
I was like, whoa, dude. He said, it has nothing to do with any of that. I said, he was just leaving himself open to get his fucking ribs cracked,
Right.
Yeah, so just kind of so then I started giving it to this guy a little bit, slowly but surely. And then it all culminated with they started playing the impression that I get by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones during a commercial break or something.
You started playing it or the stadium did?
The stadium did.
Oh, this is fantastic.
And I started screaming behind this guy. I said, dude, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. I said, you're probably loving this right now. And
sorry.
You could tell he wanted to get into the song so much. But because I had already called him out for being a complete ska douche,
Skadoosh.
You could see the smirk like on the right side of his face, nearly touching his ear, and you could see his hand tapping his thigh to the beat of the music. And I just kept screaming, yeah, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. So,
that's so good.
Yeah. So we had a lot to drink. So I had, we got to the bar where we were meeting, getting picked up on the shuttle. We got 2 road beers for the bus.
Nice.
Then we had this lovely gentleman who was quite generous with his Santa sack-esque cooler that he just kept pulling out alcoholic beverages and handing them out to everybody on the bus. So now we're 4 drinks in. And then we roll up to the stadium, which we had to walk about halfway around to get to this party house that we were going to.
Okay.
Where I had a wonderful burger. I had a steak sandwich. There was desserts. There was food everywhere. There was like charcuterie stuff. It was tremendous. And I couldn't have been more excited about being there.
Nice.
Plus all of the free alcohol. So I had 4 more drinks there. So now we're 8 drinks deep. My stomach's already getting turny from telling this. Then we cop another beverage to walk from the house to the stadium. So now we're 9 drinks deep. Then we get into the stadium where I was unaware that beers in football stadiums, at least Lambeau, they're 25 ounces now.
Oh.
And they're the same price as a 19-ounce beer at Miller Park or AmFam Field if you're an ass. So then I had 50 more ounces of alcohol in the stadium. So daddy is feeling real good, real hot. Bought myself a new hat. Packers win, which was amazing. Start walking back from the stadium. Stop at the bar where our shuttle is parked. Grab 2 more road beers.
Oh, dear Lord.
Bus. So now I don't know, probably 14 beers deep, which I don't do ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Been on like the 2 beer train for the longest time now.
Rocking some Mighty Mighty Boss tones on the shuttle bus.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Tom Petty. I don't know, whatever radio station the guy had on, it was
not what I expected.
Pretty solid, yeah. But I tell you what, you want a funny scenario? You put 80 drunk people on a shuttle bus.
Oh, dear.
And you play Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Oh, everybody knows it.
Oh, man. It was awesome. It was awesome.
White guy's dream come true.
The only way it could have been better if it was like Tiny Dancer, like they did in Almost Famous, you know? So then we finally land back in the city, which was like that we got picked up the shuttle in, which was like an hour south of Green Bay.
Mm.
And we proceed to have post-game beverages at the bar. And I'm finally like, it's like 3 a.m.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm like, we gotta go. It's time to go.
Yeah.
So we get back to the hotel, chug a bottle of water. Next thing I know, it's 8:30, which I haven't slept until 8:30 in probably 15 years. Thinking, oh my God, my wife probably thinks I'm dead. Right?
Probably.
Because no text, no nothing. 8:30, she's probably thinking I'm dead. So message her right away. Hey, just so you know, I'm okay. Getting ready. Totally alive. But I'm feeling kind of off. I feel kind of good for drinking as much as I did. Took a couple sips of water, and everything sat fine. I said, okay, all right, this is going to be all right. But I think I made a mistake here. I poured a hydration packet into my water bottle.
That's what I always do.
And I continued to drink that because we had about a 20-minute walk from the hotel to the bar where we left my car. It was a nice morning.
You're ham-skied.
It is. And I just kept, sipping the rest of the bottle, and I finally finish it, and we get to my car, and I'm like, uh-oh. Turned to my buddy, and I said, I'm going to sit in my car for about 2 minutes to make sure I'm not going to throw up. 2 minutes go by, and I'm like, all right, I think I can get back on the road.
All right.
The second we take the on-ramp onto the freeway, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. And I immediately start thinking about pulling right off of the freeway, and every exit sign I've seen. Now we're about 30 minutes into the trip, and I got another hour to go. Oh. And every exit sign, Greg, I'm like, just pull off. Like, just pull off, puke on the exit ramp, and hop right back on the freeway.
Get it over with.
Right, people do that. And,
boot and rally.
And I just kept breathing it down and breathing it in and choking it down. And then I keep looking at the shoulder of the road, and I'm like, hey, who says a guy can't just pull over into the shoulder of the freeway and expel a little vomit and just get back on his way, right? It's a thing.
No, I haven't.
It could happen. But I said, no, I'm going to get home.
Oof.
And I start sweating. And I start swallowing a lot of saliva, and I'm just I'm trooping it, Greg.
I'm sweating for you.
So the hour and a half goes by, and we finally get off on the exit home, and I start sweating good. And you know how your mouth gets all dry?
Oh, yeah.
Right before you're about to? We're about 4 minutes away from dropping my buddy off. And we live in a parkway. And we're opposite ends of the parkway.
Okay.
So we're taking this road that runs right between everything. And we get to this 4-way stop. And I'm saying we're about 2 minutes away from his house. And I stop at the stop sign. I look left. I look right. I look left again. And I just crank the steering wheel to the right. And he goes, dude, wrong way. And I go, mm-mm, mm-mm. And he says, you got to puke? And I said, mm-hmm. So I hurl myself out of the vehicle, make sure to get away from my car. Smart. And I just start yakking at a 4-way stop in the middle of a busy parkway intersection.
Oh my God.
Where anybody I know could have been driving by and watching it happen.
Just a bunch of coworkers.
Yeah, just anybody. And boy, all I could think of was I should have did that an hour and a half ago.
You should have. I bet you felt so much better.
I felt so good. I came home and I showered. my wife got home from whatever she was doing, and she said, "Hey, do you want to go get lunch?" And I said, "Hell yeah." And then I went and I ate the biggest West Coast BLT sandwich I've ever had in my life. Not to mention some exquisite potato wedges.
Oh, daddy like.
Yeah. So that fucking hit. So yeah, that all that drinking.
We've all been there.
It was a lot. I haven't done anything like that in a very long time.
Yeah, I've not done the side of the road expulsion in many a year.
Truthfully, it's the first time I did that since the Packers won the Super Bowl. Is that like Super Bowl 42 or something? 45? Super Bowl 45. And I was so hungover. I was driving to work, and about a minute away from work, I had to stop, open up my door, and puke outside of my car, which I did get some in my car. Don't worry, guys. Ooh. I cleaned it up right when I got to work. It was fine. Don't anybody worry. I didn't drive a puke car. But yeah, so that was...
There goes Flex driving his puke car again.
What were we talking? It was 2010, 2011, something like that. So yeah, 14, 15 years.
Yeah, it's been at least that long for me. I remember one time I had a little too much to drink at the bar, and more than that, I had a couple of shots.
Shots ruin it, yeah.
Shots ruin everything. I could have like one shot and nothing else and be, mostly sober and still puke. Like it's just the speed at which the liquid travels down my body does not agree. And I had a couple of shots. I'm walking out to my car and it fucking hits me. I'm still in the parking lot. And like I opened the door and I'm kind of sitting in my car, kind of like you did. I needed to take a beat there and recollect myself, see what was going to happen. And boy, it came a coming.
Oh, yeah.
And right there in the parking lot, I was like, oh my God, I hope no one sees, because first of all, they'll call the cops. I look like somebody who's about to drive super drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we've all been there. Good times.
Yeah. It's just been so long.
Yeah. It's weird when you're well into your 30s.
Yeah. Yeah, really,
like, wow, I've done this in a good 15 years.
It was weird because I honestly felt okay. It was just like my stomach was shocked or something. Because the only thing that came up was the water. And then once the water was out, I was solid.
Yeah.
Just solid. So.
Need to get it out.
Yes, sir.
Good times.
I'd do it 100 times over again, too.
Oh, man. The last time I drank like that, I didn't drink for like a week and a half afterwards. That's rough.
Oh, you don't say. Because that's just about right where I was at. Yeah. And then I tried to become Spider-Man, and now it's going to continue.
Right. Spider-Man's going to push it well past that.
Oh, yeah.
Past 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. So I'll be well-deserved for beer in about 7 days now.
I can't wait. All right. 2 episodes ago, 477, we got an email from a listener about his poop tasting beer.
The off flavors, right?
Off flavors, yes. A certain earthy note is the way he put it. And so if you haven't heard that, go back to 477 and have a listen. But we got a couple of email responses that I thought I would share with y'all. First one, Tyler. Hey guys, just want to say that Gabe's poop beer story hit way too close to home. A few years back, sorry to hear that. A few years back, I was at a small brewery in Oregon, which shall remain unnamed, and ordered something called a dry hopped kettle Rausch beer. This can't be real. I should have known. It straight up tasted like someone dry aged smoked meat in a high school locker room. First sip hit like burnt rubber and BO. I sent it back immediately and got a cream ale instead. Anyways, shout out to Gabe for powering through the earthy notes. I would have thrown in the towel after one whiff.
Wow.
Tyler from Portland.
Wow.
That's disgusting.
I feel like we're going to open like a can of worms here.
I know this might be bad, actually.
Just start a movement.
Yeah. And then Jeff writes in, hey guys, just wanted to weigh in on the poop beer saga. I once ordered a house lager at a brewery in Florida, and I swear it tasted like wet cardboard mixed with denture cream. I want to know how you know what denture cream tastes like.
I'm thinking Jeff's got dentures.
He must. Like it had the flavor profile of an 80-year-old man who's been chewing on Band-Aids. Jesus Christ. The bartender tried to convince me that it was intentionally oxidized for complexity. What? This can't be real. I left immediately. Anyways, love the show. Can't wait to hear the next weird beer horror story. Cheers, Jeff.
I'm just waiting for the guy to say that he actually had a turd in his beer. God.
Right. Intentionally oxidized for that can't be real.
That's awesome.
That is
the
insanity.
fact that somebody actually had like the cojones to come back with that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, this is, yeah, you're an idiot. This was done purposely.
Right. That makes me think this Jeff guy was being a dick, and the beer tender was like, no, this is intentionally oxidized for your pleasure.
Oh man.
Oh,
says
dear.
so right on the box.
Right. Let me see the box. I don't have any more. If you guys have any beer horror stories.
Yeah, I'd sure like to hear that. Maybe Jeff is a wonderful writer.
Yeah,
that was short, but man, 80-year-old man chewing on Band-Aids.
Yeah, it really paints a picture. So thanks, Jeff and Tyler. Mail at craftbeerrepublic.com, 805-538-BEER if you'd rather leave it as a voicemail. Whew. Wow. Okay. All right, a little booze news before we get out of here. Antigua Brewing abruptly closes taproom. They are up in San Luis Obispo. Went there once on a little weekend trip, and they were brand new at the time. They're, fine, nothing special, nothing horrible. I've heard good things since, but they closed abruptly, leaving a note on the door that said closed. Thanks for the memories.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I guess they're really done. And some good news. East Brother Brewing out of NorCal up there is going to open a San Francisco tap room. Bay Area brewer East Brother Beer Company will open its first San Francisco tap room, calling the Rec Room, on September 26th. The 3,500 square foot indoor-outdoor space features 15 taps, pool tables, and dartboards inside the Metreon, a 4-story shopping and entertainment center. In addition to San Francisco, of course, they have the original tap room in Richmond, along with the Tam Tavern in Mill Valley. So, congrats to them. Glad to hear they're doing well. If you guys want to go back, had Rob Leitner, one of the founders, on the show back on batch 263. Take a trip back into history.
Yeah, they do some good beer, man, East Brother.
They do some good beer, yeah. I, kind of discovered them during COVID, and
yes,
always a solid choice when I see them at TJ's and stuff.
And I was able to get some stuff sent in from them. Back in the day. That was awesome.
That was one of those COVID influencer things. You were on the call. I was on the call. Erica was a part of it.
Call, yeah.
Because it was like a collab between East Brother and Neck Nosh. In fact, I think this is how I found out about Erica. Was we got Neck Nosh swag with the box of beer. Do you remember this?
Oh man, vaguely.
There was a pretzel necklace. I think you even posed typical flex, no shirt.
Okay, now this is making
with the pretzel necklace.
This is jogging my memory.
Yeah, and it was like me and you. And I think Erica might have been on the call. Actually, maybe she wasn't, but the Neck Nosh was definitely a part of it. Wendy was there. Brewpug. Who else was I forget? It was a couple, or one of the brewers was on there as well as their PR person. It was quite a group.
Yeah, and we had their triple, right?
Yeah, that was one. I think it was 4 beers that we did a tasting, and
okay.
And I think they posted some clips of it or something, or I forget what. But
yeah,
times in COVID. Yeah, that was fun. We should do more of that shit. Come on, let's have a Zoom drink up. Send us some beer and let's hang out.
There you go.
East Brother or anybody else, unless it's poop beer.
Yeah,
let's not.
Or you know what? Even if
you know what, I'll think about it. More sad news. Call to Arms Brewing will be closing. Call to Arms Brewing out of Denver will close its doors in December after a decade, according to co-founder Chris Bell. In a video that cited declining alcohol consumption, the COVID-19 pandemic, and rising costs, Bell pointed out there's no single group to blame. He said it's just difficult to keep on going, but I don't mean to complain. It's been a hell of a run, and we're not done yet. Sorry to hear that.
It's always a bummer.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, way too many breweries are just announcing
a new trend.
Yeah, it's
more are closing than opening now.
It's a little on the sad side.
Yeah. We talked a couple weeks ago about 21st Amendment closing their doors.
Yep.
The closure of 21st Amendment Brewery will lead to 76 layoffs, according to the WARN Act notice filed with the California Economic Development Department. Layoffs are expected to take hold November 4th, include 58 at the San Leandro production facility and 18 employees at the San Francisco tap room. Sad to hear that.
Always sad.
I have a feeling they'll get purchased at the last second, but we'll see.
You know something?
No, I don't. It's a big brand. You know, they've produced a lot of beer. They distribute pretty wide. Just feels like one of those brands that somebody would scoop up and keep the IP
Keep
of.
the name alive? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. Some good news for you. Mobcraft is reopening.
Oh, yay.
They got bought out or rebought. They were acquired back in April, and they are now, as of September 12th, reopened.
Oh, I guess I wouldn't know.
Isn't that your favorite spot? Sorry.
Maybe we'll have to venture on down there and see if they can make an IPA now.
See how things are going.
Yeah.
Give it 6 months. They'll get better. We'll end on this one. Drunk man tries to flee police, but gets pantsed by gravity.
Gravity will get you, man. That's
Every fucking time. That's just a fact. Deputies in Stafford County, Virginia, arrested a drunk man at a Comfort Inn on Thursday after he tried to run away from officers, but was stopped by his own pants. According to Stafford County Sheriff's Office, deputies were already at the motel when a woman approached them to report a man being, quote, inappropriate. The deputies immediately recognized him and said they had already warned him not to return the property or he'd be arrested. When they moved to cuff him, the man reportedly shouted, "Oh no!" and then took off. But he didn't get far.
damn it, too.
Oh no. According to the sheriff's office, the suspect's speed was too much for his pants, for they began falling down, which caused him to trip.
Oh no.
I wish he let out another "oh no" as he fell. Oh no. He was taken into custody and showed clear signs of intoxication. Deputies identified the man as 26-year-old Brandon Bates, double B. He's facing charges of trespassing, obstruction, public intoxication, and attempting to flee law enforcement. He was held in jail until he sobered up and hopefully found a belt.
I did not expect him to be 26.
No, me neither.
No.
I mean, I guess baggy pants, you're not going to be in your 40s probably, but it did sound like an old white trash move to run from cops.
Sometimes those older guys, they lose a little bit of weight and they just keep wearing the same old pants. And,
True. Yeah.
Like I expected the "oh no" to be more like "oh no,"
No, it was a very spry "oh no."
Damn, that's good.
Yeah, good times. All right. I'm going to hit some music. We'll wrap things up. I'm going to give a hello to Vanessa.
Hello, Vanessa.
And encourage you all to follow us at Craft Beer Republic. You send us an email, mail at craftbeerrepublic.com, 805-538-BEER, 2337. All that good stuff. I hope everyone out there is staying very well hydrated.
And on that note,
good night, everybody.